Hello, everyone. This is Michael Farmer with your technology updates for our March 24th Technology Advisory Committee meeting. We'll see you there at 5:30 on Tuesday, March 24th at Meeker Middle School, and here are your updates. Let's start with some updates from instructional technology. So we've made a lot of progress since our last meeting in January around Office 365. We're really excited about some of the potential, and we hope within a few weeks we'll be able to make some really great announcements about some fabulous tools we're going to have access to here in the very near future. So stay tuned for that. Can't say a whole lot right now because we're still waiting on some things to be tested, but it's coming real soon, and it's going to be really fantastic when it happens. We finished the teacher computer deployment at the end of January. We were just wrapping that up at our last meeting. We deployed 1,200 new computers to our elementary and middle schools. And like I said, we're done, and we're happy about that. So that's a good segue into our laptops for kids. We've got students at the Re-Engagement Center and at Foss High School in a computer repair class, refurbishing, wiping drives, and physically getting computers ready. And we're just about ready to start installing software in those, and then shortly after that, we'll be in a position to donate those computers to students. We've also got a Youth Spark event planned in partnership with Microsoft. This is going to be on May 20th at Stadium High School, where we're going to have an event targeted for our staff, our administrators, and some community members on how we can get our students engaged in STEM careers. There'll be a lot more information coming out about that in the coming weeks as well, but we're really excited to hold this event with Microsoft. Our superintendent, Carlos Antorno, has agreed to be there, and Mayor Strickland's going to be there to speak as well. So it's going to be a pretty large, big event for us to really bring some visibility to what technology can do in our classrooms. We had Digital Learning Day this month. Hopefully you heard about that and got a chance to participate. We featured a specific teacher in their classroom and how they're using technology each and every day of the week. So we kind of turned Digital Learning Day into Digital Learning Week. We had a lot of great feedback from people all across the district, and it was a great event. So let's move on and talk about school technical support. They're busy too. With a lot of what tech support's doing, we're looking towards our summer projects and stuff that's going to be happening later in the spring. We talked about interactive projectors at our last meeting when we were at Washington, and we're starting the libraries this month, and then we're going to start and do 300 classrooms immediately after that and have those done before the start of school. We've had some delays with some of the construction things that need to be done, but we're really excited to get that work going and get all those projectors in classrooms like we've been promising. We're also going to go around and replace the elementary and middle school office staff computers this summer. So the office staff will be excited to get those new machines. We're going to look and see what computer lab upgrades we can do based on the machines we recover from the office staff and what sort of equipment we may get from CTE. What schools may or may not get that equipment, we don't know, but we're looking to do some computer lab upgrades over the summer. And school moves is going to be a big deal this summer. So you've got McCarver Elementary. They're going to the McKinley site as an interim site for 1 year, so we have to move McCarver to McKinley. You've got Stewart also going to an interim site, which is Hunt, and they'll be there at Hunt for 2 years. You've got Sammy, and much like their logo, they're going a little bit of everywhere. So they're going to go to a couple different places in the park. One of the portables that Sammy's used is going to get moved to Wilson and some other places around the city. A lot of that's still up in the air. And then we've got Wilson moving because they're going to tear down the 400 and 600 wings as well. And then we've got NCCE this week, so we'll be looking forward to talking with everybody about that at the Tech Advisory meeting on Tuesday. Thanks a lot. See everybody there.
There are two major projects that the software services team has been involved with over the last several months. The benchmark project, which has been an ongoing project over the past year, has had no major changes made to the benchmarks themselves. We have been working with the directors of the C&I department to update the Learn More pages to give a better understanding of the benchmarks and the importance of the benchmarks to the district. We are about 50% completed with this effort. The benchmark team is reviewing the benchmarks to give feedback for recommended changes as we move to the next phase. The next phase will be determined by the board as to what new benchmarks will be required and or benchmarks that will be deleted or eliminated. Some enhancements to the existing benchmarks may also take place at that time. The next phase should be determined by early spring. The second project that we are working on, and probably the most important at this point, is the upgrade to the Lawson S3 system and LTM system. These are the systems that involve finance, purchasing, HR, and payroll, and are where our paychecks come from. And this upgrade has been in the works since September. We have just completed the upgrade and we went live this past weekend. This has been a major effort and has had its ups and downs, but we did do a successful go live. This upgrade included some changes in software and hardware. It has been in the works, as I said, for the past 6 months, and it took a lot of effort from the software services team, the networking team, HR, finance, purchasing, and payroll. A lot of validation, a lot of testing has occurred, and all of this has made this a successful go live. We are currently resolving some minor post go live issues, but all in all, the upgrade was a go, and it is a great success for us.
Hi, I'm Cass Tang, the Director of the Project Management Office, and this is the report for the Tech Advisory Committee for March. We have some new staff at the Project Management Office. The first one to join us is Dorothy Churchill. She's a summer school coordinator and hired out of the consulting firm office team. She's with us through September, through summer school, and has been hitting the ground running so far. Our next hire is Mike Hole, who is full-time project manager, and his first job is time, leave, and attendance. Mike came to us from a job out of Joint Base Lewis McChord, and he currently is assisting St. Martin's in a program for transitioning veterans. Our third employee is Mindy McDaniels. She's come off a job for UC Berkeley as a project manager and has experience with the Kronos project. Therefore, she's going to be helping out with change management, helping Mike Hole with that project. But her main focus is going to be Summer School 2015, as well as assisting tech-focused schools innovation facilitators. So we welcome all three. So what's new for 2015 for summer school? Well, we're going to do things like we did last year, except even better. The first thing that we're going to improve is online registration. So we will try to eliminate as much of the paper forms and manual processes that lead to so many errors. What we did last year, credit retrieval, we'll continue to offer that free for all seniors. And then we'll also offer transition. So instead of 4 days this year, we're going to have it for 3 days, and it's going to be right before school starts, the second week before school starts. For incoming kindergartners, we call that Kindergarten Jumpstart, for incoming 6th graders and incoming 9th graders. We will also have a reading camp. Last year we had 2 grades, but this year we're going to do level 1 for just incoming 4th graders. That way we can focus because we anticipate quite a few students enrolling in that. English language learners and extended school year will still continue as it did last year, as well as many other programs that we promote and assist in partnership with YMCA, Metro Parks, Foundation for Tacoma Students, etc. Please let HQ teachers know that recruiting is going to be starting in March for the reading camp and for other programs in April. This year we're going to need quite a few teachers, so let them know that we will leave recruiting open for a good month. Last year we only opened it for 5 days in May, and that wasn't sufficient enough to get the quantity of teachers we needed. The PMO is providing district-wide coordination, so for all the programs, we're helping to consolidate the needs for food services, for buses, for security and nursing, and of course administration. So we'll be able to have some excellent statistics working with eSchool Plus team to summarize in order to have Tony Pace and Doug Hostetter report out at the end of the summer. The time, leave, and attendance system is going to be replacing a lot of TIP. We're switching over to Kronos, which is an online system. We have a hosted solution of servers on our site. The switchover is going to occur in August for all the groups that currently don't use TIP or SubFinder, and then in October for the remaining employees. The information and media like YouTube and training and any other information is being drafted now, and you'll start to see things shortly. The neat thing is that access will be by badges or by computer, anywhere, anytime, and you can use both the clocks or you could use your computer. So look more for that coming out soon. Innovation policy is something that the Project Management Office is assisting. There is a statewide initiative, and Tacoma Public Schools, the board adopted an innovation policy that allows for public to provide proposals for innovation projects for our school district. So the time sequence goes as follows. First of all, in January, the board determines the need to put out an RFP, a request for proposal. If the board adopts the RFP, then they advertise it. So in February, they determine that we're going to do that for this year. So right now, we're advertising it out on the Tacoma Public Schools purchasing website, and that will stay open between February and April. And then in May, they'll take a look at all of the proposals, they'll rank them and score them, and then in June, the board will adopt one, more, or maybe none. So then if there is anything that is adopted, we will implement that the following school year. Lastly, I wanted to just share that the PMO is going to be putting on a series of project management training through PD. And so there will be 6 classes about once every other week, approximately 3 hours from 9 to 12. And it can contribute, these hours can contribute to qualifying to take the PMP certification, which is the Project Management Professional Certification Exam. This is available to any employee in the district, and it also qualifies for professional development hours for getting paid. The dates are as follows, as you see, and you can get more information on the PMO website. So that concludes the presentation for March for the Project Management Office.
Hi everyone, I'm Sandra Jacobson, Director of Student Information Systems and Enrollment Services, and a little update since our last meeting. We've been holding steady in our support of all the buildings as they are in their master schedule development project for next year. We're just finishing the last of the online course requests. The last school is today. After that, all the schools they're working on their simple tallies and the development of the master schedule. We continue to provide training support for Performance Plus, as well as some well-attended trainings in eSchool Plus for our substitute employees. Beyond that, it's pretty much status quo. We're really focusing on clean data, analyzing our data, doing some internal audits on next year building, next year grade levels to ensure that our student data is as accurate as possible. So we're continuing to hold the course to clean data and accurate data for right now. So I'll see you at the meeting.
Another update from networking. We've done some mostly infrastructure things, so I don't know if it'll make any sense, but I'll try. We upgraded our load balancing switch, and that's a switch that allows for balancing the load of the users, along with if one server fails, the other one will pick it up, and it's all supposed to be seamless. Also, we're still working on our firewall upgrades. We turned 3 of the old firewalls off. Now things are running through the new appliance. We also are doing some DR work, again, just upgrading things, turning old equipment off, and trying to make things more seamless. That's really all I have. It's been interesting couple of weeks.
Hi, I'm Glenn Desso. I'm the manager of the Customer Service Center, and I'm giving you a brief report about some of the things we've done. I'm going from start of school since we just last met on November 18th. Besides taking 1,000,005 phone calls, literally we take about 150 a day and help out these folks. We also help out a lot of desktop support people with field tickets and things like that in the administrative locations. We also have some projects underway. Some of those projects are Link, and where we are with Link is we've deployed and distributed the product to the 3 focus schools, We have let them get familiar with it. They're getting used to the product and how does it work. And after that, we're going to do some tests. So in the next few weeks, we'll start testing and doing some of the pilot tests at those sites and see how it goes. We're also doing a project where most of the computers have deep freeze on them. We want to do what other school districts are doing and see if we can get rid of deep freeze but have computer permissions managing it instead. This will allow us to do better software distribution because deep freeze is kind of stopping us from doing that. So we're looking into that. We will be testing this at a particular school. We don't know which one yet. Probably real small, probably a classroom or a lab, but we're going to test that. We're also looking at a maintenance window. Historically, we haven't been real great about keeping the computers patched and update. So we're going to create a maintenance window. We're working with the field techs on this with Teresa Brady. And so we can keep the security patching, the antivirus, and that kind of thing done on a frequency. We don't totally know what that frequency is at this point, but we're working on it. Also, we're putting together a software compatibility matrix, which is listing every single software package that we're using out there. What are the requirements? Does this particular one need this browser or this version? And that way, when new stuff comes in, we can kind of see how it plugs into the mix. Also, on the horizon, we're looking at virtual desktop. Virtual desktop is, it will allow us to maybe set up a computer lab where the guts or the brains of that are downtown. We also are going to look at virtual application. So those are some of the things we have on the horizon that we're working on or have accomplished. That's where we're at. And thanks and have a good day.